Hello everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Cooking with Chef Aaron. Today, we are going to be setting foot in the Middle East as we explore the country of Syria. Now, this country was kindly requested to me by none other than Sharif Koussous. Sharif, if you are watching this video, I'd like to give a big shout out to you. Thank you very much for your request. And as always, I hope to receive more requests from other people and subscribers sometime soon. Okay, so let's get into it. What do I think of Syria? Well, you might be surprised to find that the images I'm about to show you are much different than what you see in Western media. Because in Western media, you usually see cities that are war-torn with Aleppo, Damascus, and Homs. But I'm here to show you images of the Syria that you're never going to see on television. They don't show you the Syria on television. So I'm going to start the review off by talking about the largest city in Syria, which is called Aleppo. And as you can see here, the buildings, they have like nice apartment buildings here, but as you can see, it's not a very colorful city. It's kind of bland in my opinion because it's mostly like brownish, like mostly brownish gray, not really a lot of colors going on here. It's not very futuristic, it's not very colorful, it's just sort of bland in my eyes, but you have to admit the apartment buildings here, what they don't show you on television, the apartment buildings look pretty nice, they're not too shabby over here. And now I'm going to shift my attention over to the capital city of Syria, which is called Damascus. And as you can see, there's a lot of nice colorful looking mosques and cathedrals here in the city. And there's also some colorful apartment buildings here. And all the colors are very nice, they blend in very well, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about it. It's definitely a different image than what you see on your TV screens or on the internet when looking up a story by CBC News or something like that. So now I'm going to shift my attention over to Homs, and much like Damascus, this city is also very colorful because it has some nice like sort of like rainbow color buildings, I guess you could say. And there's also a lot of really nice buildings as well. Like the buildings are very nice, the apartments are very nice, and a lot of really nice colorful mosques as well. And yes, and now I'm going to shift my attention over to the rural areas in Syria. And as you can see, there's a lot of nice exotic palm trees, and I really like the nice desert scenery. It's really nice and colorful. And yes, the palm trees look very lush, and yes, I really think it's a pretty good country. So overall, I'd probably have to give the country of Syria a B-. Okay, so the dish we're going to make today is known as a Syrian spaghetti. And this is going to be different from your typical Italian spaghetti. It's very similar, it involves tomato sauce and tomato paste and of course spaghetti noodles. But this one involves cinnamon. Cinnamon is a special ingredient and you also bake it in the oven. So I'm looking forward to trying this and I'll see you all in my kitchen. So without further ado, let's go into my kitchen and I'll show you how to make the Syrian spaghetti. So let's begin. Okay, so in order to make the Syrian spaghetti, the ingredients you will need are as follows. We have in this small bag 1 teaspoon approximately of cinnamon. We've got a 1/4 cup of canola oil, 1 can of tomato paste, 8 ounces of tomato sauce, 1 package of spaghetti, some cooking spray, and we also have some salt and pepper to taste. And yeah, it's a pretty easy recipe, not a lot of ingredients, but we will have a lot of fun with it, and I'll see you all in the process. So let's get started. Okay, so the very first step in our recipe is we want to take a large pot of water, and we just want to bring it to a boil. So I'm just going to turn on my heat right now, and we're just going to let it boil. And I'm also just want to add a little bit of salt in advance to my water, so just like this. Just do it all around, not too much. Okay, this should be good. And I will see you all in the next step. Okay, and now that our water is boiling, it is now time to add the package of spaghetti, and you're going to add the full package. And we are just going to wait for all the spaghetti to submerge, and I'll see you then. Okay, and now that all your spaghetti noodles are submerged, you just want to let this cook for approximately 10 minutes, and I'll see you all then. Okay, so I just tasted a separate noodle of my spaghetti, and it's well cooked in my mind. What you're going to do now is you're going to take out a colander, you're going to put it in your sink as such, and you're just going to take your spaghetti, and you're just going to drain it all in the colander. And we'll move on to the next step. Okay, and once you've drained your noodles, you want to transfer them back to the pot you were using, and we will add the following ingredients. Here's my tomato sauce. Here's my tomato paste. And just to give you guys a heads up, I know this is looking like regular spaghetti, but just let me assure you that it's a rule on Cooking with Chef Aaron that I don't like to make anything generic. So, for example, if you're requesting France, don't expect any French onion soup. And if I make an episode themed around Italy, I'm not going to be making a pasta or a pizza dish because that's too generic. I always like to make things that are iconic on Cooking with Chef Aaron. That's the rule. And I've got my cinnamon. That's the one thing that's different about Syrian spaghetti is traditional Italian spaghetti doesn't have cinnamon, so there's my cinnamon. I've got my oil. And I've got a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. And it's about to go in right now. So that's my salt. And here's the pepper. And once all your ingredients are in there, in the concoction, next thing you want to do is you want to stir this all around so that each noodle gets a good amount of the sauce. And afterwards I will see you all in my next step. I'll see you all then. Okay, and the next step in your recipe is you want to take a baking sheet, you want to line parchment paper on it, and you're going to grab your cooking spray and you're just going to make sure there's a good amount all around so your spaghetti doesn't stick to the pan when it comes out of the oven, because you'll have to bake this into the oven. That's the other thing that's different about this spaghetti other than adding cinnamon is you have to bake it in the oven as well for an hour. Okay, and as you can see, I've transferred my spaghetti out of the pot and onto the baking sheet. And we want this to bake in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for at least an hour. And afterwards, the spaghetti will be ready to consume. And I'll show you the finished product before it's on my plate. And hopefully it's successful, and I'll see you all then. Alright, and once your spaghetti is out of the oven, it is going to look something like this. Doesn't it look very tasty? It's a slightly darker reddish brown color, and I'm ready to eat it. And I'll show you the finished product on my plate, and I'll do a taste test. Alright, let's see what I think of this. Alright, got my Syrian spaghetti right here. Let's try it. Well, this is quite a nice experience. The cinnamon really does make a difference. I can taste like a little bit of the cinnamon flavor. It's a little bit strong. And also, I really like the crunchiness of the noodles too. It's really nice to experience spaghetti from a different part of the world as opposed to Italy. So yeah, that's what I got to say about it. It's really good. 2 thumbs up. Alright, and this is my finished product served on my plate, served with a Caesar salad and pork chop with barbecue sauce. And I've also got a glass of milk. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next episode. Take care. Bye.